Hi guys, Dragon War Reviews here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Toy Grand Inquisitor from the Kenobi show. So I got this figure from a website I think called Figure Collectibles. So make sure to go check that website out if you want to get brand new boxed Hot Toys up. So as you can see, we've got a nice box. It's kind of the same sort of box design as we've got very recently. I'm guessing the Darth Vader one, because it's going to be a DX one, it's going to have a different box design. But on the side here, we've got a picture of the Grand Inquisitor here, as you can see. And obviously on the front, we have a picture of him holding his lightsaber spinning, as you can see. And I like the red and black on the box. And if you're wondering why I'm not doing any figure previews anymore, because I did one on the Moff Gideon, but I haven't done them on all the other figures which have come out, or coming out. It's just because I don't really enjoy doing them. I enjoy talking and doing them, but I don't enjoy editing them that much. So I'm just going to stick to just buying the figures when they come out and reviewing them. I could go live and do like figure previews then, but then I have to change all my Streamlabs account stuff. So I'd rather just buy the figures when they come out and review them. So here we go. Let's take the lid off the box. As usual, we have a really cool little backboard here. When you take off the lid, it's really cool. I don't know, I forgot what that planet's called he's in, but yeah, you can see that's the background and he's looking pretty cool. And obviously, like normal, you can take it off. And he has no packaging on the front of him just because I removed it for the thumbnail and I couldn't put it back on. So here we go. This is your first look at the figure. As you can see, he's got the bag on his face. And here we go. So let's get this figure out of the box and take a closer look at him. Alright, this is your first look at the Grand Inquisitor, but before we give a proper look at him, I'm going to show you the accessories first. So first of all, you have to remove these, or you don't have to, but I wanted to because he's annoying. There's just like a seal around his neck and you have to remove his head to remove this. There's a light up feature. Basically, you meant to sort of plug this on his back and all these like wires of his lightsaber. I'm not going to bother because I've seen other people's reviews and they're apparently terrible. I think the one in the centre of his chest is apparently pretty good, but I don't want to go through all the effort to do that, really. So I'm not going to do that. I apologise, but we've got some really nice detailed hands here, which I really like. Yeah, we got two to hold his lightsaber, one open, one for the Force for holding the what's it called, hologram thing you'll see later, and one fist. It's disappointing that you only get one fist and disappointing you only get one hand like this. So here's the Grand Inquisitor lightsaber looking really nice. It's got a nice texture to it, as you can see. You're only going to have it on its full circle because, you know, you don't really see him use it in the show, which is disappointing. The Grand Inquisitor is one of those characters which looks awesome, but doesn't really do much. But yeah, it's fine. And obviously you get the switching lightsaber effect, like he's like switching it around or it's spinning, or the two double ones, as you can see. And finally, you get this awesome Darth Vader hologram, which I think I actually might display with this, because obviously in Star Wars Rebels, when we first see the Grand Inquisitor, in Star Wars Rebels, he's talking to Darth Vader on a hologram. But yeah, anyway, let's take a look at the Grand Inquisitor himself. So I turned the flash on so you can see him a little bit better, but let's talk about the base. The base is cool. Kind of surprised we didn't get the sand footprint base, just because we first see him in Tatooine. It says Grand Inquisitor on there. You can remove that seal if you want. I'm not going to do it yet. And you've got this awesome cape. But first of all, I think these boots are pleather. They feel like pleather, a bit like the Darth Vader character on his suit. I hope they're not pleather, but I think they are pleather. Nice baggy trousers here. Nice bits of armor and a lot, obviously, nice gloves here. You got his gauntlets here. And apparently, if you shine a UV light on that, it does something specific in the instructions. So I'll do that later on. Nice outfit here, and then we've got the Grand Inquisitor symbol here, looking really, really awesome. And most importantly, that head sculpt is so good. Luckily, it picks up really nicely with the flash. Usually, like white head sculpts don't really, but on this phone and the light level in the room, it does. But those Sith eyes look amazing. They nailed the head sculpt for the Grand Inquisitor. I hope we see this version of the Grand Inquisitor again, and he does a bit more action. Obviously, it was Kenobi's and Vader's show, so we couldn't really. But if we go to the back and we zoom out, we got his cape, as you can see, and you meant to put his lightsaber on the back here. Basically, how it works is it's magnetic, which is really, really cool. But this cape is lovely, and it's got a hood. We never see him wear the hood in the show, but the hood is definitely there in the show. But yes. Oh, so it's getting a bit hard to show now. Now it's reflecting off his head. Alright, I had some technical difficulties, but now you can see the back of the head a lot better. As you can see, it looking really, really nice. If you go back a bit back here, you can see more of that detail. As you can see, we move back to the front, and yeah, you can just see the armor is looking awesome. Now, while I was having those technical difficulties, I realized that I think, I don't really think you can hold the hologram on this hand very well. I think this is more for like the force. I think you're supposed to hold it on these hands. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But here we go. Let's look at it from range here, as you can see. Looking good. It doesn't always want to focus in. Some figures don't want to focus in at certain ranges. That's sort of how it works sometimes. But a bit like Carnage in the Carnage video, it was really hard to focus him in at like far range. But here we go. All right, we've got a pose here. Basically, I'm trying to replicate that scene where like Reva was about to slice that like Jedi at the first episode, and the Grand Inquisitor was like no, and he sort of like got his hand out and stopped her, and I got the fist position like the Grand Inquisitor's like frustrated. He's like, oh, she's going too far again. We need to interrogate the Jedi, not kill him. And yeah, it's not perfect. I don't think he's even looking the right way. I think it's quite hard to turn his head because of the rubber bit there. But here we go. I'll try and perfect it in a sec. But before I put the flash on, this is where his lightsaber goes. It's magnetic. It goes on really easily, and it's really cool. Personally, I'm gonna have the lightsaber in his hand, I'm pretty sure, but it looks really good on his back, as you can see, as you would expect. Yeah, it looks pretty good on there. Pretty good. He doesn't really have that much range of motion, so it's hard to move his hand any more than that and his head. So that's the best I can sort of get it, sort of. I move his hand a little bit more, but that is a really cool pose. It's definitely a tempting pose to keep, but obviously I want him with his lightsaber. He is looking great. I love it. It looks a lot better from range now. As you can see, and the lightsaber looks really cool on his back. I'm so glad Hot Toys did this character. They're also doing another Inquisitor, or former Inquisitor I really like as well, Marok. I'm so excited to get that figure when it eventually comes out in like 2 years. But now it's time to move on to the second to final pose. Alright, here we go. I think you probably can get him holding it with 2 hands. But number 1, I've got a limited time to do this video. And number 2, he's not going to be my final pose. So holding it with 1 hand is fine, I guess. But it's sort of replicating the scene, like I said, when he's intimidating that guy. It looks cool enough like this anyway. I love how this looks, as you can see, and I love it. The double lightsaber when it's spinning. This makes me even more excited for Marok, because I'm gonna have Marok's lightsaber sort of spinning, and Marok, I can't wait for Marok. It's gonna be like 2 years, 3 years in the making. But wow, this is such a tempting pose, but I'm not gonna do it. My final pose is gonna be something a little bit different. But yeah, look at that. I love it. It looks absolutely awesome. I love it. I love this. I never ever use the swooshing lightsaber effects, but when the lightsaber can spin, this is like a spinning effect for the saber, as you can see. I hope I haven't damaged the paint in the lightsaber, because the lightsaber kept like slipping out of his hands while I was trying to put the blades in. But you know what? That is looking awesome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final pose. So as you can see, he's holding the Darth Vader hologram. I sort of got it where, like, if you had it on the palm of his hand, it would look probably in some ways better, but it would always fall out. And where I'm gonna put it, any sudden movement on my bed or whatever, I'm gonna put it like underneath my bed on my desk. If I'm moving around on my bed, that would just fall out of his hand. So I sort of gripped it like he's holding it. That's how I'd probably hold it in real life anyway. And he's sort of looking at it. Then we got the he's like looking at it, and then we've got the lightsaber here. Sort of, it's like he's finished the battle. He's finished like taking out a Jedi or something, and he's like, "Oh, cool," from Darth Vader. Darth Vader, have you done it? And he's like standing there with his lightsaber on, and he's like, "Yes." It's looking great. I think this is the pose. This is the pose I'm gonna keep it with him. Now I'm gonna do the thing where I don't think anyone else has done on YouTube reviewing this figure, and I'm gonna put his hood up and see what it looks like, and see if you actually can put his hood up. And the answer is yes. As you can see, that looks dark. I took the flash off so you can sort of see how dark that looks, but my goodness. It looks cool, but I'm certainly not going to display him like this, just because he doesn't do this in the show. But it's nice to know that you can do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think of the Grand Inquisitor. Is he worth it? If you like the character, I recommend grabbing him. I'm going to try that UV light thing in a minute, but yeah, I think he's amazing. I've nailed the figure. And honestly, we're not going to talk about the Hot Toys lights. We're not going to talk about them, because I haven't tried them out, and I know they're terrible. We're not going to talk about that, but let's put those aside. The figure is perfect, I would say. The UV light, basically on the belt, apparently it does something on the belt, like a pattern or something. I don't know, something. I don't know, I don't really see anything. Maybe that red makes it look better. I don't know, I don't really see it. But I see it with the hologram. It actually looks like a hologram, like from Star Wars. Look at that. Like, that's incredible. It doesn't do anything with the lightsaber. Oh, yeah, it really works with that. That is incredible. Wow. It doesn't do it with the lightsaber, as you can see, but it looks like it's lighting up. Look at that. Luckily, I have a UV light. I recently didn't, but look, that is amazing, man. That is just awesome. Does his face do anything? Not really, but wow. That is just awesome. And you can take a look at it off the Grand Inquisitor's hand, and that is perfect. I love it. It looks like a ghost. Awesome. Wow, man. Like, you cannot get much better than that. They never said this in the instructions, but they said something on the belt. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments if I showed what's on the belt or I need a different torch or something. I don't know, but at least we found this. Awesome. Well, that's been my review on the Hot Toys Grand Inquisitor from the Star Wars Kenobi show. I am so excited for the future of Hot Toys. The next Hot Toys figure I should be getting is the Hot Toys Kenobi Darth Vader Battle Damage version, which I'm very excited. Fun fact, the Kenobi Darth Vader figure should have came out before the Grand Inquisitor, just because it was revealed first. And this Grand Inquisitor was meant to be like out after Christmas, but I think they've switched things around. Probably Kenobi Darth Vader had to be delayed, and they bought Grand Inquisitor out first. You're probably thinking, oh, Grand Inquisitor's ready, let's bring him out. But I'm not complaining, because Grand Inquisitor was like sort of the first character we saw in the show. Yeah, look at that. I love it, man. It is. Honestly, it is awesome. What I love about Hot Toys is that when you see them on the sites, on the pictures, you're always like, yeah, cool, looks awesome. But when you see them in real life, they always look like way more cooler. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm like, oh, this looks so cool on the picture. I wonder how it should look in real life, and it always looks better than you think it's going to in real life. Even though you're thinking, oh, this is gonna look amazing in real life, sometimes it even looks even better. But anyway, I will catch you guys in the next one. Hit the bell for notifications if you want to know when new videos come out, and also like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next review. Goodbye.